do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash. 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 Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal.
Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, Murray. And he finds Parker here, complete. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And Josh Carraway will get credit for the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And this is caught. It's Parker. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 35.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter.
Mike, check, 59.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Murray. And this is Parker, complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. But no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Going up top for Kupp. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. King from the gun, he'll throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chandler Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's Johnson, and he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib there to stop him.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd.
Check 99. Check 99. Any weapon. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Hey, watch this.
Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. He wants it all for the end zone. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
And they give this time to the tailback. And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Check 52. Deuce.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Here's King, operating from the gun. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check, 59. Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Mike 5'9". It's just me.
Murray now to throw. Roberts has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first down carry here for Johnson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Watch the screen. Mark, 59, Mark. Check, 59. Check tight end, check tight.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray, he gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now this throw caught left side. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Mike's 43. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
First down, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Check safety. 43's the mic.
They give to Johnson going right. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Santos' kick is up and through. And that will give us the very rare scoreline of 5-0. So it's our first offensive points of the game so far, and it gives us a very rare scoreline. We don't see this one often, 5-0.
Yeah, it's been sort of a weird one to this point, hasn't it? But hey, in this league, you take points any way you can get them.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some team...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chandler Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
They got a man. It's Woods. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Get him! Get him! Get him! Watch the shit! Watch the shit! Watch the shit! Kill! 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 Turn up! Kill! 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 Turn up! Whip! 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 Watch the whip!
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. 43 is the mark.
Off the play fake. King on the move, and he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Chandler Jones in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Taking it about the 16. He belted that thing, a leg of steel, and an even 70 yards on the punt that time. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now it's him carry for Johnson. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on the... And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is King. Off play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead. Yeah,
or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 36-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Shift.
From the gun, King. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now King from the gun on 3rd down. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams have taken the lead. They'll try and run it here. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2. Right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Big gas. Big gas. Big gas. Okay. 59 mark. 59 mark. Check. 59.
Now Murray off play action. Roberts got him. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 43. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
C.J. Anderson of the game. He gets it here. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Ready. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. I'm going to come back to you. Watch out.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Murray on the sneak, and he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now this time, Murray to throw it. Underneath for Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. They'll run on first down. Johnson, he'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Devontae Parker, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. 2nd and 5. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
4 down. 4 down. 43 is the Mike. Watch the pass. Mike's 43. Mike's 43.
Murray looks to throw again. 2nd and 10. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aqib Talib, the corner, with a sack. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They go play action here on first down. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
King now off the play fake. Flush. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Olivier Vernon picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Back to throw. King. He gets it to Cooks. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Motion, motion.
King throwing on third and long. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Get your swerve on.
From the 25 on second down. Murray, it's complete to Parker, left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They fake the handoff. Now Murray shifts by him. It's caught by Roberts.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, Johnson. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on second and 2. It's now third and 1.
Ready? 18 Gator, 80 weapons. 59. I got you, Pop.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on first and 10.
I don't think you got it, son.
Murray to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. Past the 20. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Let's go, baby. Check. Safety screaming. Check the hot read. Tighten up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Los Angeles, it'll be a much happier locker room here as they get that first win after 5 straight losses to start the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Mississippi and New Orleans. Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, though. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, though. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, though. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, though. You don't want. Call us dangerous. Ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard. For your mom to your pop to the bees to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And this was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end.
White 80. 50 to hey, alert. 50.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And This is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 47.
Yeah, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Roethlisberger. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's first and 10 at the 14. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. On third down, Roethlisberger. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 27. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
From the 30 on second down, Wilson, and he's got the hook up to Moore. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On second down now, it's Carson, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. From the 31, Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
after the incompletion. Here now, 3rd and 2.
He's checking crap. Kill.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. He'll find Metcalf. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Hey, check. My 50. We go.
On first down, Carson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Pretty effective run there. Now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Reload. Hey, they scared. Right there. 54, right there.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Hey, orbit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Roethlisberger looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 11 yards there, first down. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 57 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he'll... get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 14-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Steelers use the 1st of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Ben to throw again. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh 1st.
Black 80, Jack 16. Okay, double up. Watch the safety creep.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Chris Godwin, as the 1st half is winding down. For the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
We got this.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad?
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Bud Dupree, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Wilson, and the pressure gets to him again. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Cameron Hayward. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Switzer on the return. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game.
And he's going to go down again.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
From the 44, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing is Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, check. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He's got the tight end, Vanette. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Wilson. He's going to look. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Too little, cut. He's coming. We got something.
Now it's Wilson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Mike's 50.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Wilson now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. This throw complete, Wilson finding Lockett. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Wilson. Forced out to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Levante David able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Hayward picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 33 yards that time. Roethlisberger going to throw it. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Roethlisberger will throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes, Coach, say that's it, okay? It hasn't.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
25.
One last shot for Wilson. Quick slant caught by Moore. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Pittsburgh, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Check the wrist, man, got him hot. Ay, man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the big skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ayy, hundreds and fifties and 20s, no fives and no singles, don't count on them. Ayy, she want it like me, cause her like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. Ay, ay.